Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bill and Joe Show. Tracy showed up late tonight, and in memory of how many times she argued with us, every time she does, you will hear this noise. And since we are pre-recorded, I know how many it is. Enjoy. Fix it in post.
I want to hear it played back to date. I couldn't think of anything.
Oh, man. Maybe that was the problem last week.
You?
Yeah. Essentially. And welcome to the Bill and Joe Show. I'm joined at the moment by Joe.
Hello.
And Tracy is almost leaving. So
she might not be on the show today.
She might not make it today.
We might have a surprise guest from Tracy at the end of the hour.
At the very end of the show.
We're on a tight time frame tonight.
Entertain for 1 second. Let me grab something.
Oh. Like a visual aid for the podcast? Some type of, I'm going to assume a poster board that Bill put together with his kids today, some macaroni and glue, maybe a green paint, maybe a blue and yellow paint mixed to make green. So we got 3 colors. Does that sound right?
No. So, for those of you listening to the show, I'm going through a divorce still, years later. And so I'm finally getting, I'm finally getting back in the dating thing and, checking out some of these online dating apps.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that is right.
Now, what are we talking? Tinder?
No, I've always kind of used Tinder. Met a couple of really...
Tinder's just for banging.
Not always.
Oh, it is for finding love.
I mean, there's a lot of times, like a lot of the girls on Tinder, they'll be like, I'm not interested in a one-night stand, so don't even waste your time. Swipe left.
Swipe left.
Okay.
I wonder how many swipe rights they get.
Oh, yeah, probably not. I don't know. Tinder's crazy.
I'd like to see if it were like fantasy football, where it can show you amount of people that have liked this person versus the amount of people have disliked. Like, what are your stats?
Yeah, that would be cool. Like your batting average.
Yeah.
Yeah, like on a scale from 1 to 5, and like then, how many hearts.
And then you could filter yours by like, I only want to see people who have had a 75% right swipe ratio.
Yeah. That makes sense. I can't believe that they haven't done that yet.
And then you dwindle down to, and are 1.5 miles in my radius.
Well, that you can do.
And then but just, you keep narrowing it down, and then you find the perfect girl for tonight.
Right. Well, there's this other website that I got on this afternoon. I'm not going to name it because I don't.
You don't want the fans to find you, right?
Yeah, I just.
You want anonymous sex?
It's something very similar to Tinder.
Or is this for dating or just for hookups?
I think it's just for hookups.
Okay.
But I just wanted to read, and so within the first 30 minutes, I've got my account is just blowing up.
Okay.
Just blowing up. So I just wanted to share with you some of my favorite.
All right. This will be good.
Little things they said. Let's see. Paloa, 23 Paloa. Oh. 231.
Oh, we're going to give their handles out there?
Oh, yeah. Palala 231.
All right.
In the mood for screwing? Question mark, winky face.
All right.
That's really upfront. Foriana.
Screwing.
It's your lucky day. I decided to bang with you. Okay.
Are these men?
I'm new to that. Aloha. Want some wet nookie today. Okay.
All right.
Then there's this young lady who, I want to taste your dick and feel you come on my face.
That's got to be a guy.
Okay, hold on.
Girls don't talk like this.
All right, I know, but and then Hot Gina said, "Do you want some company? I'm in." And then my personal favorite, Ashley737, "Hey, I want you to jizz all of your sins all over me."
Wow.
Oh my God.
Exercise your demons on my face. So, what was she like when you hooked up with her?
No, I didn't. You're absolutely right, because like sometimes on Tinder, like if you make a connection, they'll start a talk, and you'll have this little conversation, and then
Right.
next thing you know, they're asking you to go sign into this.
Right.
Come on in. That was quicker than I thought. But
Is it locked?
did I unlock it? I'm sorry.
We'll be right back as Bill unlocks the door. Who's the mystery guest today? We'll find out right now. It's Tracy.
Worst thing ever is being late. Hate being late.
One good thing about someone being late is when they show up with some beers.
With a 6-pack of cold Bud Light.
Cold Bud Light.
Cold Bud Light.
We're gonna. Oh, should we do a tasting online? Live tasting.
A live tasting.
One for me.
A live tasting. Yeah. Live tasting of.
All right. Let's see if. Oh, it's Ooh, yeah, it's cold.
Oh, there it is.
Yes. Oh my God, it's been a long day.
Now, Tracy, I want to talk to you about this. Based on your reaction, how you just sipped that beer and enjoyed it so much. I had a discussion with a guy the other day that he and I drink beers at bowling. And we drink during bowling, and then after bowling, he'll be like, "You want to have another beer?" And I'll be like, "Sure, I'll go sit in the bar with you, have a beer." So we drink quite a bit of beer together. And we have a discussion about how beer doesn't taste good, he says. Beer tastes terrible.
Really?
And I'm like, "Well, why
are
do
you
you
guys
drink it?"
drinking?
He's like, "Because I want to get drunk." And I said, "But like a cold summer day or a hot summer day, you don't want to crack open a cold ice beer?" He's like, "No."
No,
I don't.
I agree with him.
He's like, I would never drink a beer for the pleasure of drinking
Oh my
the taste
God.
of a beer. And
I
I'm
would
like,
have to disagree.
I love the taste of beer.
I hate it.
I love it.
That's why I'm a Jaeger guy, and I chase it with beer.
And that's disgusting. Like Jaeger is one of the worst tasting drinks I've ever had.
Oh, no.
See, my drink would be. I can't hear myself.
You can't?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm a summer shandy girl.
Yeah.
I like the grapefruit shandy, but the summer
Okay.
shandy, oh my God, if
The
it's
lemon?
nice. Yes, the lemon.
I love
now
it.
I can't thank you. And
Yeah, I drink that one too. It's
yeah, I like the lemon shandy, the grapefruit shandy.
See, those
That's
are all
the
just,
only flavors.
they're
That's
just too
it.
sweet for me.
And then I do
Yeah.
some Corona with some lime. I like Bud Light lime, but I know it's like the most fattening drink you can drink, but oh well. Yellow.
Let me ask you this as well. Me and Joe are just having a conversation. Would you ever think to tell a guy,
This is
Hey.
on a dating app now.
this is not a dating,
Okay.
hey, I want you to jizz all of your sins all over me?
Is that a pickup line?
I think so.
Apparently.
I think so.
Now
That's horrible.
I want to argue that these are men.
These are all men that work
pretending
for this
to be
app.
women,
Yeah,
and they're trying to get you to use the app.
right.
I don't think any woman legitimately goes on there and goes, "I want some dick in my mouth. Come jizz on my face." Like if you're looking to hook up, when you be like,
your sins
"Hey,
on my face."
I'm looking to hook up," winky face or
Yeah.
girls
Yeah.
are more like they're not just so like, "Come jizz on me."
There's some out there that
Well, yeah, but the number of those girls have got to be
Yeah, it's
so
yeah,
low.
your inbox shouldn't be full of
Yeah,
women
it
doing
was-
nothing but.
It was 30 minutes of straight like, "Boodling," and it'd be like, "I want to suck your balls dry," and it's
Yeah.
just like, you know what? I'm a guy, and this is becoming offensive.
you got
You know?
the iPhone 7.
No, that's
Then
the
what the fuck
6.
is that? That's huge.
Yeah, it's the
Well, it's
6
the-
Plus.
It's the plus, but yeah.
But yeah,
Turn around. Okay. Wait, hold on.
What?
Can I see the face?
Yeah.
Okay. So I recently cracked mine,
Oh.
and I have the white background, like Bill does.
Yeah.
And my friend Jessica, she works at a cell phone fixing store, and she has a extra one, quote unquote,
Extra phone?
a extra screen.
Oh, screen, yeah.
So where I won't have to buy it. So it's going to be a black
Yeah.
screen with the white button.
Oh,
like yours
man.
is the exact
Oh,
opposite.
isn't that? Yeah, I don't even know if we talked about that, but yeah, I wanted to have that different colored button. But
And
yeah,
then she says you won't be able to do the...
to thumbprint.
Doesn't that suck?
Well, as long as if you just fix the screen, you should be able to. I
No,
can.
she says you can't. Like once you change that button.
Yeah,
But you're having the button changed?
No. Mm-mm.
That's why you're gonna have a different color button.
Yeah, because she's giving you a black.
Yeah, you'll be able to use the button.
I think you
serious?
I think you
Yeah.
may have misheard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the button's its own thing, and then the
Yeah.
screen is its own thing.
Right.
If you leave the button,
Dude, like
your white
she's
button.
gonna fix this at my house. Like
Yeah.
she has no. See, that's what I'm talking about. See how they have like a hole for the button?
yeah,
So my button will still be white.
you're not going to get a new button though. Your
Yeah,
button's gonna
you're just
stay.
getting the screen.
You're just getting the screen,
It's gonna be black.
right? And the button will be white.
You're well.
Opposite.
I started that trend.
Little white button.
I know.
I started it.
Little white button. Remember that Sammy Hagar song?
No.
Little White Lies.
Little White Lies.
Yeah.
And then he wrote one that was Little White Button.
Well, I just sang it to the tune of.
Oh, I got you. Little White. No, not a huge Sammy fan, unless he was with Van Halen.
You like the Van Halen Hagar?
I did. Van Halen, Hagar, David Lee Roth couldn't stand. That guy from Extreme I couldn't stand.
Oh, that was terrible. Wasn't it?
Wasn't that just a
Man.
train wreck to watch?
Oh, felt bad for those guys.
Yeah, it was really bad. How is Eddie doing? Is he still sick?
He went through rehab, and
Well, didn't he have cancer or something? Not just
I
fucking
think he
drinking
did
or
have
something?
like some type of throat cancer or something like that. And he's fine. They went on tour. His son plays bass because they fired Anthony Michael Hall or Anthony Michaels or whatever his name is. He
the bass
left.
player.
He quit or he got fired. I can't remember.
The Jack Daniels
Okay, who
bass
are we
player.
talking about
Yep,
here?
in Tabasco.
Oh,
Who are
Van
we talking
Halen.
about? Okay.
you know.
I know Pearl Jam and Up.
So
So I think that's before.
Okay, so we
Pearl
can't go
Jam.
back before 1992. Is that what you're saying?
Pearl Jam and
Your classic
Up.
rock starts at 92.
Yeah,
I got it.
I mean,
So-
like Smashing Pumpkins or
That-
Smash Mouth.
That's
Sure.
classic rock.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I know some old bands.
you know you are getting old.
So you basically
I
only
am.
know bands from P through S, is what you're telling me.
And then S through U. As in
Pearl Jam,
YouTube.
Smashing, Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth.
Somebody
Buddy
was.
once told me. I always think of Shrek.
What a
Yeah.
horrible little stretch of bands we had there when Smash Mouth was on top.
That whole circuit where like, and it. I'm not saying I don't like these guys and that their songs weren't catchy, but that whole like Smash Mouth. I just wanna fly.
Oh, who was that one
That was
guy
Sugar
that's-
Ray.
Sugar Ray.
That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was like, who's that?
Yep.
All those bands,
Anyway.
Third Eye Blind, like those bands all came out like at the same time, and they all had like that. They didn't sound exactly the same, but they all had kind of that wimpy. Like,
Yeah.
there's no substance to this music. It's just gonna be fun,
Right.
and I hated it.
It was awful.
Indie.
It was an awful time. I just
I think it's more indie.
I just listened to McGrath, the lead singer.
Yeah.
For
I actually like
Gavin?
him as a personality.
no, that's
Gavin
Rosdale.
McGrath?
No, that's Gavin Rosdale for
Mark
Bush.
McGrath.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
Gavin.
No.
Okay. We'll talk later.
Google it. Gavin Rosdale.
Yeah,
Bush.
that's Bush.
Bush.
Gavin's Bush. He married Gwen Stefani.
Yeah. They got divorced.
Yep.
Now she's with
no
Blake.
Doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
No doubt about it.
No
No
doubt about
pun
that.
intended.
But I was listening to Fighter and the Kid, one of my favorite podcasts, and they had Mark McGrath, and I really do like him.
I do too.
Like, he's a cool guy. Like,
Yeah.
he's just sitting on the show.
His knowledge of classic rock
Is
is
incredible.
better than mine.
Yeah.
And I used to have a really good memory. Now it's gone. But
Right.
back in the day, I would watch him on like VH1 Music Jeopardy or something they would have,
Yeah.
and
right.
he was amazing at it.
Right.
I was like, wow, this hats off. That
No,
guy's-
yeah. He knows
that
he
guy
knows
knows
everything.
his music.
But he
Hats
also he shared with the Fighter and the Kid. He was just like, I mean, it was so crazy when we were doing that. When we were flying over to Japan, we'd go to like personal parties and only have to play 15 minutes, and every one of us would walk out of there with like $2 million. I mean, it was insane the amount of
Wow.
money that people were willing to pay for us. And he was he also said, he was like, and I'm not sitting here pretending like Sugar Ray was like this world phenomenon or crazy, or we changed the music industry or anything
Right.
like that. In fact, we did quite the opposite. But for us to make that kind of money, man, I'm just grateful and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Well, they even named their second album 1452 or 1459
Yeah.
or something like that.